Fortune tellers in New Orleans are legit, or at least some of them are, according to a woman named Jennifer who shared her story for Spooky Scary Storytime. And she said she was in New Orleans on a trip. She was walking in front of St. Louis Cathedral when she comes across this fortune teller. And something in her was just like, just do it. Just do it. Because at this point in her life, she was going through it. Up until 2018, she had lived a very charmed life. She was married with 4 beautiful children. Her husband was like the ideal partner, always respectful, always like, how can I serve you? What can I do for you? Until this one day he comes home and he says, I'm leaving you. He apparently was having an affair with this girl from work, so marriage, poof, over. Then comes her cancer diagnosis. She said it was out of nowhere. She'd always been very healthy. Then her best friend passes away out of nowhere. She said it was like her entire life was going up in flames at the same time, and after she would recover from one thing, another thing would come crashing down. And she said she was really depressed. Nobody really knew it, but at the time she comes across this fortune teller, she was debating taking her own life. It truly felt like somebody had it out for her and that she would just never overcome this string of bad luck. She said, I also knew inherently that whatever was going on was spiritual. So anyway, I go up to this fortune teller and I, just say, what do you got for me? And in full detail, she starts describing the affair. She starts describing Jennifer's cancer diagnosis. She starts describing her best friend's death. Fortune teller says, I can see that you're going through a period of deep loss and despair. Are you considering taking your own life in your bathroom? And she starts describing Jennifer's bathroom in great detail. Jennifer's like, I cannot believe that you know all of this. What can I do? And the fortune teller looks at her up and down, and then she starts describing a woman to Jennifer. And she's like, do you know a woman who's this and this and this? And she starts describing her aunt in great detail. The description was very specific down to the name. So she says, yeah, what about my aunt? And she said, well, this woman's always been very jealous of you, and she's actually been having spell work done on you because she doesn't want you to have a happy and fulfilling life. Do you want to undo the spell work? And Jennifer's like, of course, yeah. After she meets with the fortune teller, she calls her aunt's daughter, her cousin, and she's like, hey, how does your mom feel about me? Do you know anything about how your mom feels about me? And her cousin's like, yeah, it's kind of awkward for me to tell you this, but she's never really liked you. She's always kind of been just jealous, of you. I get that sense. Her cousin kind of hesitates. Jennifer doesn't say anything else. Her cousin's like, I should probably tell you, I don't really believe in this stuff, but my mom goes to this lady who does spell work. Jennifer says it was just this wild string of events and coincidence, if you can call it that this fortune teller tells her this one thing and then she finds out this other information from her cousin. But after that, she said all of her bad luck seemed to stop. Her luck seemed to turn around and she started having a good time and good things started happening to her. But her aunt, on the other hand, started having a string of bad luck. Her aunt's son suddenly passes away, even though he's in his early 20s. And then right after that, her house burns down. So she says, I don't know if the fortune teller that I met with did something. I don't know if this was her karmic bad luck from what she was trying to do to me. But either way, she said, I'm really, really grateful that I ran into that woman that day because my life changed from that point forward. And I feel like she sort of saved my life in a roundabout way. She says, I don't know exactly what my aunt was into, but I know that it wasn't good. If you have a story you think nobody else would believe, please feel free to send it in. We would love to hear it. I try to post a new story almost every single night.